It is time.
Hey everybody, it's Ryan. Welcome back to How Farms Work. We've been poking fun at Dad for the last month since we got the 7920 about using it on the spreader. And turns out that 2 days ago, they hooked the 7920 up to the spreader and actually hauled manure out with it. And one of the reasons being is because the adapter on the back for the PTO, which you can switch between 1,000 and 540, we had to have rebuilt by Sloan's because as we had it off and we're inspecting it closer, it was actually, it was pretty loose on there. And we had it rebuilt, so to test it and just to make sure that the tractor is gonna be able to function properly, we decided we wanna run it with the PTO, and we decided that a good job for that would be the spreader. So in 2 days, we are going to be running the calves and the cows through the chute out at my place. Now, that requires us cleaning out the pole shed because we need an area to work with them, and that's always where we've done it. We've got bales in the pole shed that need to be taken out. I think Travis might bring the Deere over and do that later while I'm loading up the spreader, because we need to have the round pen over there moved out to my place as well. So we need to get the manure pile cleaned up. The plan is to haul the manure out today. I would like to haul a couple loads out of the barnyard as well, because I've kind of got a manure lake going on the lower side of the barnyard, and I'd like to clean that out so that everything drains properly again out of the barnyard. But we need to do the pole shed first for sure, because we need to run the cows and calves through the chute, and we have to do that with no bedding in the pole shed because right now it's mounted up pretty heavily. So we're gonna take the 7920 out there and put it to the test. Like I said, they hauled a couple loads out of the lot here the other day just to, you know, make sure that it would function and there weren't any weird noises or anything. And from what Travis said, it runs great. So we're gonna take this out and start hauling manure with it. Let's get started. Unfortunately, we got a bunch of snow dumped on us and it hasn't gone away. So this is another situation where spreading on snow isn't really ideal, but it is necessary because we have to get the pole shed cleaned out so that we can set up the chute and everything. And that's just the way it's got to go until we get a permanent setup and I buy my own chute that I can leave set up pretty much year round. So what do you say we fire up the 79? Fueled up and ready to go. Now there is still work that needs to be done to hook up the planter, so that is why we're missing the upholstery down here, you know. Don't think that we just took it off for fun. We like to look better with all the hanging wires. Overkill is underrated. Cruising at 26 miles an hour at 1,500 RPM. At least it rides really smooth with the duals on. We're going to be hauling out to the top of the hill up here. What we haven't chiseled yet. The reason we didn't chisel it was because I've been intending to spread all of our manure up on that top strip. Now, for anybody that's worried about runoff, this farm does have retention ponds, so that's going to at least help. I will admit, getting used to the left-hand reverser for parking, that's gonna take some getting used to. This is a very, very nice tractor. Turn the heat on so it's half decent for when I come back. We gotta push the calves out of the pull shed, go fire up the JCB and start scraping up some manure. It even sounds really nice. Yeah, this has to be getting rid of by Wednesday. Look out, guys. Well, I was clean. Here's what we're starting with. Hannah and I went through and put up a camera with audio so I can keep tabs on the calves in the pull shed at all times. You wouldn't think that having a camera would help, but it really does, be able to check what's going on out here if you hear some weird noises. We're gonna set up our gates in here like we usually do, and then we're gonna have the round pen right where these bales are, and we have the chute over in front of this gate over here, and that's where we work them. So need to get this cleaned out so the gates sit evenly, and that way we can maneuver them a lot easier. First full load. I'm not going to overload the spreader because there is a lot of water in this manure because it's been sitting outside. Once we move to the drier stuff inside, I think we'll be all right filling it up heavier, but this manure out here is a lot more dense, so to take it easy on the spreader, we're just going to haul this load out and see how it goes. But hardly ideal spreading on snow, but it's what you got to do. If we just came in here and scooped it up and pushed it over to the other side of the fence, if we got any kind of rain like they're calling for later this week, and all that moisture would go right down into the creek. So I'd rather spread it out into the field or leave it where it's at until conditions are better, but we need to get it gone. So let's take this load out.
Sorry, buddy, but you gotta be at least this tall to ride this ride. Grab hold up.
Don't tell Dad, all right? Since this tractor has a radar installed, you can actually see the slippage on it. As you can see right down there, we're sitting at right around 3% to 0% slippage. If I were to turn off the four-wheel drive, you'd see that number higher up. Let's go ahead and turn the four-wheel drive back on. It brings it back down lower. I just got off the phone with someone from the Telegraph Herald, which is a local newspaper. They're doing an article on local popular social media influencers, whatever you want to call them. And I guess I'm getting included in it. So if you guys are able to get a copy of the Telegraph Herald, if you live locally, be sure to grab one. Thanks for the Nutter Butters, Travis. Mine now. Just finished scraping up the pole shed. I'm gonna take a few loads out of the barnyard. Come on, start. There we go. It was 5 degrees last night and it started pretty good. It may not look like it, but the barnyard is much improved. I tried getting as much of this loose, wet manure, as much of it as I could. And it looks like there's a lot here yet, but the ground is uneven. I can't get at that very well. So once we haul out the rest of this, I'll go through and lime the barnyard back off to try to smooth things back out and just go from there. But for the time being, this is good. I just wanted to get that manure lake out of here because I feel like that was a huge issue with the cows. I'm gonna put a bale in, and we got to start getting ready for running the cows through the chute. So that'll be in our next video. So be sure to keep an eye out for that. But that's pretty much it for today. Thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to check out all of our other videos. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And be sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Snapchat. All How Farms Work. And with that, I'll see you next time.